Peace and blessings be upon you. In this video, we will explore the story of Prophet Salih, a messenger sent by God to the people of the mud. These people lived in the region of Al-Hijr and carved their homes into the mountains, yet they strayed from the path of monotheism and fell into idolatry. Prophet Salih called them to worship the one true God, and as a sign of his prophethood, God granted him a great miracle, the she-camel that emerged from solid rock. However, the people of the mud rejected his message and cruelly slaughtered the camel. He warned them of an impending punishment, and 3 days later, a devastating soundwave destroyed them completely. What are the details of this remarkable story, and what lessons can we learn from it? Stay with us to find out. The lineage of Prophet Salih and his people. Prophet Salih descended from the lineage of Noah, tracing back to Shem, the son of Noah. He was born and raised among the people of the mud, an ancient Arabian tribe known for their strength and advanced architectural skills. Before his prophethood, Salih was respected for his wisdom and integrity. The tribe of the mud. The people of the mud were a prosperous civilization that emerged after the destruction of the Aad tribe. They settled in Al-Hijr, a fertile land between Hijaz and the Levant, where they carved magnificent dwellings into mountains. Their wealth and physical strength made them arrogant, leading them to worship idols instead of God. The lifestyle and arrogance of the mud. The mud thrived in agriculture and livestock, enjoying a life of luxury. Despite knowing the fate of Aad, they ignored its lessons, believing their power made them invincible. Their leaders, a group of 9 influential men, ruled with corruption and defiance. When Prophet Salih called them to monotheism, it marked a turning point in their history, one that would soon determine their ultimate destiny. The Quran and authentic hadith do not provide a detailed description of Prophet Salih's physical appearance. However, as a descendant of Prophet Noah and a member of the Arabian tribe of the mud, it is likely that he possessed the strong and robust features characteristic of his people. There are no reliable sources that mention his wives or the number of his children. The focus of Islamic texts is on his prophetic mission, his call to monotheism, and the great miracle of the she-camel, rather than his personal life. Prophet Salih remains a symbol of patience and perseverance in delivering God's message. His story serves as a powerful lesson on the consequences of arrogance and disbelief, emphasizing the importance of faith and righteousness. During the height of Thamud's power and prosperity, God sent Prophet Salih as a messenger to guide them. He was one of their own, known for his wisdom, honesty, and integrity. With kindness and clarity, he called them to worship God alone, reminding them that their strength and wealth were blessings from their Creator, not from the idols they worshipped. Among the mud were 9 powerful men who led the people in corruption and disbelief. They mocked Salih, refusing to abandon the ways of their ancestors. "Should we forsake what our forefathers worshipped and follow you?" they sneered. Salih firmly replied that their idols held no power, while God alone was the source of all sustenance. Their arrogance prevented them from accepting the truth. Instead, they demanded a miracle, a living she-camel to emerge from solid rock, as proof of his prophethood. Salih, relying on God's will, prayed for the sign they requested. By divine command, the miraculous she-camel appeared, marking a pivotal moment in their fate. When the people of the mud refused to believe in Prophet Salih, they challenged him to prove his prophethood with a miracle. They demanded that he bring forth a living she-camel from a solid rock. Salih, placing his trust in God, prayed for the sign they requested. Before their astonished eyes, the rock began to tremble and split apart. From within emerged a majestic she-camel, unlike any they had ever seen. The people stood in awe, realizing that this was no ordinary event, it was a divine sign. Salih warned them, "This is God's she-camel, a sign for you. Do not harm her, or you will face severe punishment." He set a condition: the camel was to drink from their well one day, while they and their livestock could drink the next. For a time, they obeyed, allowing the she-camel to roam freely. However, 9 of the most corrupt leaders in the mud saw the she-camel as a threat to their power. In secret, they plotted against her, unaware that their actions would soon seal their fate. The she-camel of God roamed freely among the people of the mud, drinking from their well one day and leaving it for them the next. But resentment festered in the hearts of the corrupt leaders. Gathering in secret, they conspired to kill the camel, believing that its death would silence Salih's message. They sought out Madain Salih, a ruthless and fearless man, and incited him to act. "If you are truly brave, do it," they challenged. Driven by arrogance, Madain raised his sword and struck the camel, while the others joined in to finish the deed. The earth seemed to tremble beneath them, as if bearing witness to their crime. When Salih heard what they had done, he stood before them, sorrowful yet resolute. "You have slain God's she-camel. Enjoy your lives for 3 more days, then, the punishment will come. This is a promise that will not fail." They laughed, mocking his warning, unaware that their fate was already sealed. The countdown to their destruction had begun. On the first day after Salih's warning, the people of the mud noticed their faces turning yellow. By the second day, they had turned red, and fear began to creep into their hearts. On the third day, their faces darkened, and they realized that the promised punishment was near. As night fell on the 4th day, an eerie silence enveloped the land. Then, without warning, a terrifying blast erupted from the heavens and the earth, shaking the mountains and splitting the ground beneath them. Their mighty stone dwellings, which they believed would protect them, crumbled in an instant. The people fell lifeless, unable to escape the unseen force that crushed them from within. None survived, their arrogant leaders and misguided followers perished alike. Meanwhile, Salih and his faithful companions had already left, safe from the wrath that had consumed those who refused to heed the truth. After the destruction of the mud, Prophet Salih left the ruined land, carrying the sorrow of a people who had rejected the truth until it was too late. He and his followers journeyed far, leaving behind the silent remains of a once thriving civilization. The exact place of Salih's death remains uncertain. Some accounts suggest he settled in Palestine, while others claim he passed away in Yemen. Though his burial site is unknown, his legacy endures as a prophet who fulfilled his mission and left behind a timeless lesson. The Quran recounts the story of Salih and the mud in multiple chapters, including Al-Araf, Hud, Ash-Shu'ara, and Al-Qamar. Their fate serves as a warning that power and wealth cannot shield one from divine justice. The Prophet Muhammad also cautioned his companions when passing by the ruins of the mud, instructing them to reflect on the destruction of those who denied the truth. Salih's story remains a powerful reminder that arrogance leads to ruin, while faith and righteousness endure.